So guys, in this part we are going to work on the jumping animation. Let's go to animator. Here we need to add two animations. So I'm going to click on the run. Let's change it to normal again and then click on one sort. Here I'm going to find the jump up and also the fall. Jumping fall. So now I'm going to bring over any state there, the right side. Now from any state I want to go to our jump, and when our player reached the amount of the maximum of the jumping, then we want to go to the fall. Now here we need to add some parameters. First we need the float, and I'm going to call it fall speed y. The next one will be a trigger for jumping, and a bool for grounded. And also here we want from the jumping fall, so let's bring over one to other side. So from the ideal we want it to be make a transition to jumping fall and back to our ideal. And from the one we want to just make transition from the one to fall. So and why we use that, so I'm going to duplicate this one, Control D, our square, I'm going to call it 2. So let's bring it up, make it small, so now let's bring our, we can put our player there, so now let's go back to animator. Here inside of any state toward to the jumping, we won't want any transition duration, so I'm going to make it 0. So whenever we are going to trigger jump, we want to jump up. We want to activate our jumping. So we want to see the player is going to jumping. So now here under that, so we need to say whenever you jump trigger, then we are going to that animation. Now let's go to our jump up to fall. Here we don't want any exit time, and also we don't want any transition duration. I'm going to make it also 0 as well. And whenever our jumping is be negative, that means fall speed, we have a fall speed less than 0, then we are going in the fall animation. So now for the falls to idle, also as well, we don't want any exit time, no transition duration, and when our fall speed is less than 0, and also we are grounded, so we want to say the grounded will be false, and we are on the air, and we want to activate that jumping fall. Here also 0. Here just grounded to be true because we back to the idle. We are on the ground. Here as well, so we need, so here before be sure that it's also exit time is removed. Here no exit time, no transition duration because we want that animation happen exactly the same time. And now here we need the fall speed is less than 0 and the grounded is will be false. Then we are going to the jumping fall. So now let's go inside of our script. Here inside, when we are going to push the button space, we want to activate our trigger anim dot set trigger, our jump. So be sure that the jump is so the same alphabet as what you write inside of your alphabet. So I need to put it also big J. Now for the bool, here after that we say anim dot set bool inside the name of that. I think I call it grounded. And here comma, the bool is true or false, is depend what is our grounded value. Now also let's set the airspeed. So here we can write our airspeed or fall speed. So anim dot set float fall speed y. I think I call it like that. And here rb, the value will be rb dot velocity dot y. So now the only things that we need to do is inside of that, here also we under that anim dot set bool grounded is whatever is our bool value grounded. Let's copy that and paste it here as well. So here we are going to set our float and then here also as well our bool value. So now let's save it. So let's check it. Here I'm going to play, see everything's work. We got the error because of the fall speed. As you see guys, the fall speed is not existed because it cannot recognize it. That's why it's always going to stay at this situation of the jumping. So it doesn't recognize it because here we have a fall speed y. So I'm just going to copy that and let's go inside. Here I made a mistake here, so be sure that is BS and save it. So that should be exact name that you write in your animation value. So now here when we are going to jump, that we should become a positive. as you see here on the ground is 0. When I'm going to jump is positive and down is negative. See, when I'm going to fall down from it, any surface, then it's going to become a negative. So as soon as it's a negative value, it's going to the fall animation. Later, we need to also to fix that problem that right now is going to attach to the other collider. So we need to fix it as well. But now the jumping and falling is correct. Perfect. So now our jump and falling working fine. So I can stop it. So to fix that problem is also we need to go inside of our game asset, or we can put it inside of our asset. Here I'm going to right click, create here. So we need to make a physical material, but this is for 3D, so we are not going to use this one. Instead we are going to 2D and then physics material 2D, and I'm going to call it surface. I'm going to call it surface. So here we have a friction, and this friction doesn't so it's caused to just jumping so attaching to other collider. So I'm going to make it 0. Now let's go inside of our variable player, and then inside of our collider here, both collider, I'm going to put the surface collider there. So now our player shouldn't get attached to that. So let's see. See, it doesn't going to more attach to it. But we also need to do it for the ground sensor as well. So now everything works fine. So now if I'm going to put the jump a little bit higher, so at 9, so we can jump top of that. We have a nice animation, jumping and falling. And later we are going to so that we can also attach to the walls and have a wall animation slide, so a slide the sleep animation of the from the wall. Now everything's work fine, guys. So hope you got it. So here when we are jumping, the grounded will be false, and when we are on the ground is true, so we are going to the idle. And here, even when we are in the one animation, so then we are going to fall down, it's going to fall, and then with a back to normal, to idle. And that's also surface to avoid to attach to other objects. And here, as you see, that is flashing because the layer of the layer of our square should be, that means our player should have a order layer at 2, so in front of the wall. So now we shouldn't be see that flashing animation. Nice. So guys, now see you in the next video.